What is up, people of the internet? Welcome to my channel, and if you don't know me already, my name is Owen, and for the past 2 years, I've been building a consulting business where I've been working with a range of clients across the coaching and education industries to help them grow their businesses online. And in this video, I want to break down one of our most successful client case studies yet. He was one of our first clients called Matt, and he's an amazing entrepreneur and all-round great human being who runs a wildly successful sports coaching business. And I'm going to break down everything that we did from start to finish, as well as the results that we ended up generating for him over the course of about 12 months of working together. So without further ado, let me just jump straight into this video. So as you can tell by the title, this is the story of how we were able to scale Matt's coaching business to about 7 figures per year in revenue, while saving him and his team about 8 hours per week within their sales, marketing, and operations. So this video is split into 3 main sections, starting off with the problem that he came to me with, the solutions that we implemented, and the end results of all of the work that we did for him. So Matt initially wanted to scale his coaching business, and he was working with a current media buyer who was basically just managing his ads for him and not giving him much support on the creative and strategy side of things. So naturally, he wasn't sure what else he should actually be doing to grow his business. So obviously the first thing that we looked at was his ad strategy. This is where we researched his ideal client persona and clearly documented it so that we were all aware of who we were trying to target through our ads. By doing this, we actually ended up finding out that there were 2 clear ICPs. There was a mum and a dad with a child who they wanted to enroll in a sports coaching program. So by knowing this information, we're able to craft different creative angles. And what I mean by that is, for example, the mother with a child was much more concerned with the social aspects of the program. So this is where the kids were actually able to meet other kids and form these friendships. Whereas the dads, for example, were much more concerned with the level of sports coaching, the quality, and the certifications of the coaches. So knowing this information was really, really interesting, as we could then craft all of these different ads and test a ton of different creatives. So, whether these were videos of the founder, whether these were videos of the actual classes, or just maybe static retargeting ads as well, with clear benefit statements, and even trying different angles as well, such as before and after the program. So really showing a bit of a transformation there as well. We ended up generating pretty good results, really affordable cost per results, and also a ton of leads and bookings directly from our campaigns as well. So the next thing we did is, once we solved the paid traffic problem and we were getting much more traffic to the website, we actually realized that leads and prospects were asking the same questions constantly. So this was around the time when AI was really new, and we saw the opportunity to actually build a AI customer support bot. So this is where we actually built him a knowledge base and trained an AI on how to answer these repetitive questions from customers and nurture leads. So this, as you can imagine, saved a ton of time for his support team, as responses were mostly automated. So what actually ended up happening is, because we were able to increase the speed to lead, we actually saw more conversions as a result. So this was a really interesting thing to see. For example, as soon as people went to the website, we were able to ask them a question: are you a new or existing customer? If they selected I'm new, we were able to guide them down a journey to actually get them to book a trial. And same thing, if they're an existing customer, we could actually direct them to the right support channels. Another thing that we wanted to make super easy was to actually contact their support team or WhatsApp them directly, as this was very clear it was an AI assistant, and we noticed that the market wasn't really used to interacting with AI. So this was just a really interesting thing that we actually got to try with this business. And what actually ended up happening as a result of this was it ended up exposing a bigger problem in the back end, where Matt actually lacked a simple and intuitive CRM system. So we were able to implement our CRM system and integrate all of his communication across WhatsApp, social media, and email. This allowed us to actually assign conversations from new leads to dedicated appointment setters, as well as existing customer inquiries to the support team. So as you can imagine, there was a slightly different approach here, where appointment setters were more focused on sales, and existing customers and the support team there were more focused on customer support and success. Another thing that this kind of opened the door to doing was customer segmentation, using things like tags as well as sales pipelines for specific offers and service lines. So this really enabled us to streamline things and get much more accuracy into where the customers were within our process. Also, using our CRM, we're able to build these automated workflows across WhatsApp and email, automating his lead generation qualification. So you can see here just an automated WhatsApp qualification chatbot. So as soon as we generated a new lead from our ads, we're actually able to send them a WhatsApp or SMS message to qualify them and get them enrolled into the program, as well as all the complex automations that we built for him as well to run everything in the back end automatically. So this is a really, really cool and powerful thing that we were able to build for him. So once we solved the paid traffic and the back-end systems issue, the next thing we actually looked at was how can we kind of squeeze the lemon and a bit more. And what I mean by that is increase the conversion rate. So identifying where there were bottlenecks and opportunities to improve the conversion rates of our campaigns. So this is where we actually helped him redesign his landing page with a video sales letter. We built lead magnet funnels, and we also helped him launch his mobile app as well. So to the landing page, just adding social proof, testimonials, and also the VSL as well from the founder, Matt. Another thing that we're able to do was build lead magnet funnels. So these were things like ebooks and guides that we basically gave away in exchange for email addresses, and then they entered our automated qualification flow. So the next thing we actually looked at is, once we solved the lead generation problem, it was okay, how can we generate more top of funnel brand awareness? And we did this through content marketing campaigns. So this is where we helped him publish high quality educational and thought leadership content across a range of different platforms, like his blog, his email, and his social media channels as well. This allowed us to actually reach an unaware audience. So this was an audience who wasn't necessarily looking for sports coaching, but might be actually open to the idea of it. So we were able to create content around different benefits of sports for kids, different ways to, or different activities to do with your children, just anything really that we thought the audience would actually find valuable. This naturally brought them into our ecosystem, and what actually ended up happening was this kind of compounding growth curve. So this is what really accelerated results, is when we're able to create these top of funnel marketing assets and content assets, we're able to actually run these as ads, bring people into his ecosystem, which created this like non-salesy approach. And what happens as soon as you engage with a post or visit the website is you naturally start getting all of these retargeting ads. So this was a really, really nice way to introduce the brand to new potential leads and prospects without coming across as just too salesy. The end result of all of this stuff is it actually ended up creating this bit of a growth flywheel, where we're able to attract strangers through valuable content and paid ads. We're able to engage them with things like appointment setters, DM funnels, landing pages, and content assets as well. And by automating and by doing all this stuff for Matt, him and his team were able to actually focus on creating a great experience for his new clients and really delighting them, which meant that customers naturally turned into promoters for the business. They talked positively about the company and the program, naturally pulling people into the ecosystem by telling their friends and families, and then also actually leaving us really good testimonials, which we could then use in our ads, which drove down advertising costs and created this flywheel effect, where growth actually came from a combination of all these three elements. And to show you what that actually looks like in a bit more of a practical sense, kind of starts at the top, where happy customers actually end up referring others. And what happens when you refer people or tell them something is they start Googling it, or they start searching it on social media. Maybe they start following you or reading some of your content and checking it out. They then start falling into your ecosystem, where if you have a landing page or website, they might visit that, or maybe even check out some of your content online. And by doing that, they fall into your retargeting ecosystem, where you can then actually promote these different assets, tools, and resources and landing pages to them to actually generate them as a lead. And obviously, if you have a system in the back end like a CRM, which allows you to do all sorts of automation to engage these leads instantly, and then do everything else like scheduling appointments if that's part of your offer, and really making it easy for people to actually start working with you. We're able to focus on building out this whole infrastructure for him automating it as much as possible and building out that flywheel so that he could then focus on delivering a great customer experience and providing exceptional customer service, which meant that clients had a really good experience and they left positive reviews about the program, which obviously meant that we were able to leverage these reviews in our ads and get this flywheel really spinning. So some of the results that we're able to generate in the end is we generated over 1,500 new leads for his business, generated over 6 figures in revenue directly from our paid advertising campaigns. We doubled his organic traffic in 12 months through all the content stuff that we did. We also helped him launch and scale his app to over 2,000 new users. Now, this was an awesome thing which really added value to his existing program. It almost like gamified the program in a way where his clients were able to track the progress of their child's sports journey, which is a really, really awesome thing to be able to do. And the result of all of these strategies was around a 45% increase in gross revenue from 2023 to 2024. And by building out this system for him and finding a system that actually works at scale, he's then actually been able to take this model and launch a franchise overseas. So this is a really, really cool thing to be able to do once you actually find a system that works and you're able to build this flywheel. So if you're still with me, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found some value from this. And just a quick note, if you are looking to build out a similar flywheel for your business and you're maybe a little bit stuck within your journey and you just want to speak to someone and bounce some ideas off someone, then feel free to check out the link below where you can book in a call with myself and we'll just have a conversation about your current goals and challenges and see what we might be able to help you with. But if not, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.